it is still a mess in here. We still have not put, we still did not put the wheels back on. And we have a lot of stuff to do actually. Up under the hood. Not a lot actually, but we did get a new tensioner in. So let me show you that now. Let's see. So here is the tensioner. We will go on. It will go on like this. Much better than this. That is a night and day difference. So I'm gonna get this installed today, and then we should be up and running again. But as you can see, it's a mess in here. I got Jujutsu Kaisen on for some background noise. I just need to get more organized, that's all. Oh, that bag, that's full of clothes. I need to get that out of here. And then I still have to get rid of these tires. I'm gonna put these in the other car today and take those to, I might just put them on the curb, honestly, I don't know. But I might take them to Costco. I think they take tires. Just wanna get this out of the way, because I will trip over that. So hopefully, I think this will fix that squeaking issue, because literally, dude, I can't wait to get some freaking lights in here, dude. It's so dark. Anyway, look at this. Tensioner is falling off. Absolutely not. Bro, look at how cooked this is. Look at the angle. You see that? That's crazy. All right, let me take that belt off. I don't know why, but for some reason, my socket got stuck on here. This is definitely a 15 though. There's a little bit of wiggle room. Definitely 15. That was weird. And then of course we got this bolt here and this one down here. Those are both 15s. We'll just pop those off. I think this should just pop out. All right, we got those two bolts out. And the top one I took off first. It was this way. The top one I took off first, and I was able to unscrew the bottom one by hand after breaking them, of course. But that's it. That's the old tensioner. That thing is falling apart. And here's a kind of side by side. This is the old one. This is the new one. I'm sure you can tell. But yeah, we're just getting this replaced. Pretty simple. So let's go ahead and get this one installed. And these are the two bolts, by the way. These are easy to lose. If you drop them in there, you might not get them back. And see, it's that easy. Just put this in place and just screwing these down by hand. And then I will tighten them up and get the belt back on. It's that simple. Okay, this is an important part of the process. When you install stuff and replace stuff, you have to drop the wrench down into the depths of hell, basically. It's dark down there, hold on. I legit cannot see anything down there. Let me get this flashlight. Oh, is that it? There it is. Bro, I think it just fell to the floor as I was trying to get it. It's literally on the floor. Damn. And the car in the front is literally slammed to the ground. I might be able to reach that under here. Let's see. Probably not. Let's make sure that doesn't happen again. Looks really good. Now we just have to make sure the belt is wired up right, I guess. Yeah, I see it's coming off on that side, so let me check. Okay, just gotta make sure this is lined up. I think that's looking good. Let me check the other side. think we are looking good. I think we're good. We are good to go. Doesn't hurt to double or triple check, but I think we're good to go. And this is what we were left with. Very nice. It wasn't hard, very easy. Probably the easiest maintenance I've ever done on this car. It's crazy. So this thing is about as tight as I can get it on there. And obviously I don't want to over tighten it, but we look good. We got some good tension on here. It seems solid, so we'll just have to see how that holds up. And what's left now is to address the last issue that I have. Obviously, I cannot fix that little tiny transmission leak back there. I don't really know when I'm gonna get that addressed. I don't know, we'll see. But I need to put these wheels on, and at the very least, I need to adjust and fine tune the height of the rear of the car, and also test the tensioner we just put on too. The squeaking from the belt should be gone now, I hope. If not, that's something that we can worry about later, but it should run a little bit better. The belt's only ever slipped one time with this old tensioner, so I'm not too worried about belt slippage, but I don't know, we'll see. I just took a little break, but after I saw on the tensioner, we need to put on, well, actually, I think everything was good to go. I'm just gonna check the lowering bolts again and make sure they're like even, and then I'll put these wheels back on and move the car back and forth, see if the height adjusts. We'll go from there, but still got some work to do. Oh, let's get you out of the way. And you out of the way too. As soon as I can get rid of those tires, then I'd be able to just move these over there. And I have a little bit of extra space. And then I'd actually be able to use my round rail, which is meant for skateboarding. And it won't be sitting here holding these wheels in place. But anyway. And I do always keep this in my trunk, so just in case. Car is back on the ground, still on these blocks, but I want to check the tensioner first and make sure everything is good here. So we're gonna just start this up and hope for the best. I don't know why, but I always get nervous when I do this kind of stuff. Not a clue as to why. Get all this up the way. Don't want to run any of that over. Yo, I haven't sat in this car in like, I don't even know how long. All right, here we go. The squeak is gone. Let's go. All right, I'm gonna move it back off the blocks. Slowly. Okay, I think we're good. All right. Got the blocks out of the way. I could use some air in the tires. Okay. You know what? I think I am satisfied with this height. Any lower than this, and this car is not fun to drive. I promise you it's not fun to drive. I still want the car to be functional. That is like an inch, maybe an inch and a half worth of space. So if it stays like this, I'd be just fine with that. All right, I think that's our height, bro. I really think so. Let me check the other side. Because this was the problem side to begin with. And again, you know, it's like an inch and a half. This side could use a little bit of air, but I think that's good. The real test will be to get it out of the driveway and see if it like scrapes here. I think it scrapes this. I'm not sure, but we'll see. So we got a clean garage. Car is looking good. There is still some leakage from the transmission just from turning the car on and moving it back and forth a little bit. So I don't necessarily want to take it for a drive right now. It's not leaking like profusely, but I mean, a leak is a leak. It has fluid in it, so that's a good thing. But it did start raining pretty heavily outside, so I already do not like driving this car in the rain. Plus, I want to see how bad the leak is, and it's kind of hard to do that in the rain. I want to kind of drive it, you know, down the street and around the neighborhood and stuff, just so I can see how low this will go, and to see if we're doing like a lot of leaking or like a little bit, if it's just like at stops or, you know, I just need to figure that out. We still have some stuff to do on this thing. I still have the wheel bearings over there. I need to get those installed, and I'll probably address the transmission leak at the same time. I'm pretty sure it's just like an O-ring that needs to be replaced or some kind of like seal or something. I'm not exactly sure. I could not spot where it was leaking from, mainly because I can't get this car that high off the ground, and I don't like being under this car because it's very claustrophobic, and I just don't like being underneath a car that's not like, you know, up in the air, you know what I mean? So we will just have to address that when we can. We'll take this around the block a couple of times when it's not raining, when it's dry outside and sunny, so I can address that or check it out and see what's going on. But until then, wish me luck.